Somebody seeking recognition? It's probably close to 3 minutes of 7 right now, but for the purposes of this evening, we're going to go by the clock on the wall, which at the present time tells us that it's about 5 minutes of 7. I will give a abbreviated countdown by telling you when it's 3 minutes of 7 and when it's 1 minute of 7, and we'll start punctually at 7 o'clock with the business of the meeting. Now the chair is still looking for some assistance to have some tellers. I need a teller in the center section, and I need a teller in the section on your left, my right, over there. So if anybody would like to volunteer to be a teller this evening, please let yourself be known or take a chance on being appointed. Drafted, the town clerk says. Mr. Romano, would you like to be one of my tellers this evening? Not including the tables in the front, but the center section, including the front row, but make sure that everybody has one of these ribbons. And I will be calling for all those in favor, raise your right hand. All those opposed, and each time I will wait until you come back with the count. Yes, please do. Take a seat. Thank you. You still need a teller for the section on my right. Anybody who is willing to volunteer will save me the trouble of recruiting somebody. Ms. Dysart? No? Ms. Dysart is not available. Okay, we'll find somebody else. It is now approximately 3 minutes of 7. We will start the meeting at 7 o'clock exactly. Let the record show that the meeting was called to order at 7 p.m. on this 7th day of October 2002. And we motions to admit. Mr. Vino. There's a switch there somewhere.
Test, okay. Mr. Moderator, I move to admit the following persons to town meeting. Harold S. Miller, Jr., Custodian, Freedom of the Floor. Paul McAndrews, KBA Associates. David Hanlon, Department of Public Works. Seth Album, AT&T Broadband. Robert Torres, North Reading Transcript, Freedom of the Floor. Carl Nelson, School Business Manager. George E. Dow, Finance Director. Michael Sorrigan, Town Engineer. Helena Mitten, Library Director. Robert Rogers, Community Planning Commission. Stephen Staffen, 35 Shady Hill Drive, Student Advisor. Allison Olson, Human Resource. Michael Shea, 208 Main Street, High School student. Mark Clark, DPW Water. Thomas Younger, Town Administrator. John Giorgio, Town Council. Susan Tringali, student. Carmen Bonfilio, a student, and Dominic Pellegio, a student. I'm sorry, I believe that's Pellegrini. I'm sorry.
You have heard the motion to admit some of the people with freedom of the floor for the purpose of maintenance services and press coverage. On the motion to admit, is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Unanimous. Chair neglected to announce who the tellers for this evening are. We have two tellers so far. Mr. Kenneth Jones is going to count the section to your right, my left, and the tables up front. Mr. Anthony Romano is going to count the center section. And Mr. Peter Laidotis, would you be able to count the section on the right?